Hey YouTube, it's Chris Kringle here, and this is going to be sort of a bunch of videos I'm going to be uploading, like recently, and I haven't uploaded anything really in a while, so I've decided to do something, because I've been kind of busy working on this video. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be a top 10 video, kind of, and it's taken me a while to do because I'm getting busy with school and stuff. But while I was working on it and also school, I watched a few movies in my spare time, and these happen to be movies I've never seen before. And this is kind of a perspective of from a person who's heard about these movies and only has recently got around to watching them. Because I just want to tell you, some of these movies are pretty famous in film history, so don't be surprised if some of them are kind of famous and you'll be like, oh, how could you not see it now, before? How could you? Well, I don't know. I don't really know. So anyway, I watched 6 movies in total, so they're going to be separate videos of my reviews on the movies, and yeah, it's going to be really nice. Now, yeah, let me just say that these are movies I have not seen before until now. So, yeah, so let's get things started. And the first movie I watched was The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now here's a funny story about it. I was, around Halloween time, I was kind of thinking of watching it because I've heard good things about it, and I kind of wanted to watch it since I heard good things about it. But I was thinking about it while I was in school, and around Halloween time, when I was in my French class, just randomly, my French teacher decided to put on The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I was very excited about that because I have not seen it yet before. Although it was in French language with English subtitles, so I did know what was going on. So, the only things I really heard about The Nightmare Before Christmas before watching it was that it was the characters were in some sort of Halloween town, and a bunch of crazy things happened. I didn't really know much about that. I also knew about the villain, but, we'll get to him later. So anyway, what I thought about the movie. I thought it was good. I really liked it. And the responses I've gotten from my friends about it seem to be kind of weird. And it's not from girls who might, I hear a lot of girls like it, especially ones I know. Because I'll be surprised, because I'll be thinking they would be grossed out by some of the things, but no. It's actually from guys who have mixed thoughts about it. I haven't really seen many guys that I know that actually like this movie, because most of them think it's boring. And I totally disagree with that. I really thought it was good. But there are problems with it, but not enough to ruin the movie for me. Well, one is that, I feel like they sing too much in this. No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I really love the songs. I really do. But sometimes I feel like they sing a little too much. They don't give enough of a break between songs to really talk about things in general. For example, in the opening, when the movie begins, there's an opening song, This Is Halloween. And right when it ends, there's I don't know, maybe a minute or something. Jack walks over to a cemetery, and then he sings another song that lasts about 3 minutes. It's they went from one song to another. Maybe you could just talk about things, maybe? I don't know, but it doesn't bother me too much because I really do like the songs. My favorites are This Is Halloween and Oogie Boogie's song. Those are my favorites. And maybe, what's this? So, yeah. And I guess here, let me just start. Alright. So, pretty much the story is that Jack is getting bored with the Halloween town, because it's sort of the same, because he's the king of Halloween, and Jack Skellington, and he's getting bored with it because it's kind of the same thing over and over again. So he like finds a bunch of these doors in the woods of holidays, and I thought that was a really creative idea. I've never heard of anyone coming up with that idea, really, at least from me. But you know, and he goes through one of them, and he finds another town of a holiday, which is Christmas, and he just is so fascinated by it. He decides to mimic it in his town to give something new that he's really excited about. So yeah, and like he has the three like kids walk, shock, and barrel go and kidnap him. But little does he know that Oogie Boogie has other plans with Santa Claus, or as they say, it's Sandy Claus. So yeah, and then there's yeah. So I really like this movie. I like Jack's character. I like because I hadn't seen it before, but it's the way they tell it that really gets me good. And the thing I was not expecting in this movie was that, well, there's a lot of things I wasn't expecting, but I was not expecting, I thought Dr. Frankenstein was going to have a bigger role in this movie. He didn't really have that big of a role. He just sort of complained to Sally. So, you know. And Oogie Boogie, oh man, he's so fun as a villain. I really do like him. He is like a gambling man, although not a fair one. And he's just so cruel, because like he just has people kidnapped so he can do whatever he wants with them by either torturing, killing, or even eating them. And yeah, and also his lair is like entirely casino themed with the slot machine henchman and big roulette in the center. So I thought that was really cool. The only problem I see with Oogie Boogie is that, what were his motives again? I mean, I know there's some villains who are just evil just for the sake of being evil, but it feels like there's not really much explained with him. Does he have like a goal he's trying to achieve? I don't know. And, oh, the animation I just really, really love, because it's just doesn't try to be too complicated. It just, this was around the time when CGI was just started, and as far as I see, I might look this up later, but as far as I could tell, I couldn't really see any CGI in this movie. There might have been, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but, like, the only things I could really see in this movie was stop motion and a little bit of hand-drawn on some things. So I thought that was really cool. There might have been some CGI, but I couldn't really tell. So, yeah, I really do like this film, and it's really good to watch watch around Halloween time. And I bet a lot of people are surprised I haven't seen it until now, but, you know. And little do people know that this is actually a Disney film, because people do not think of this as a Disney film, because it certainly doesn't feel like one. But alas, it is, because they released it under Touchstone Pictures, mainly because it doesn't really feel like another Disney film, because it was kind of darker and stuff. But, you know, it's really cool. And it was actually made by, it was directed by Henry Selick, and produced by Tim Burton. And this is sort of credited as, like, because it says, like, Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. So it is a Tim Burton movie, but I sort of credit it as both a Henry Selick and Tim Burton movie. They're the main minds in the movie for me. So I don't really know what else I can say about it. So, you know, that's The Nightmare Before Christmas. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, so next movie.